hold on, let me get my Yeet music going. Chat, what y'all know about Rëal 6 by Yeet? Alright, so this is my Rëal 6 tier list. So I'm going to pick my favorite 6 of whatever it is. I'm going to see if this is a thing that y'all enjoy. And I have our Yeet music playing while we do it. So today we're doing Clash Royale cards. So I'm going to pick my favorite 6. I'm going to explain why these are like the perfect Clash Royale cards. Alright, so we're going to start out. We're going to start strong. Giant Snowball. I remember for my small spell, for the longest time, all I would use is Zap. All I would use is Zap. Why are these wrong? There's been no time where the Zap spell's before this. Anyway, I was a hardcore Zap user. And then I saw this thing came out. This thing is the best. I used to run Fireball and Zap. Fireball was my bigger spell, and then Zap was my smaller spell. This is like Fireball and Zap put together. Pop-Tart Boy, how's it going? How's it going? Is that a snake? Yeah, it's a snake emoji. I want a pet snake. I feel like it would be cool. I just wouldn't want to feed it. Yeah, that'll make me sad. But Snowball. Giant Snowball, you can stun things with it very easily because you can move them. So it has like the Fireball mechanics where if you hit something, it'll knock it out of the way. And that can actually disconnect things. So it kind of is like a pseudo stun. But you also get the same utility as Zap in that you can get rid of like Skeleton Army and Swarm units like that. So that was really cool. So that was an immediate pickup into my deck. And with the Evo, and I had this thing in my deck for the longest time. And I used to run Evo Mega Knight and Evo Wizard. Hate on me in the comments if you want, I don't care. Some viewer told me, hey, switch Evo Wizard with Evo Snowball. That was the best decision I've ever made. Best decision I've ever made. Evo Snowball is crazy because you can't really defend against it. You have to, if you're the person that's waiting on Evo Snowball, you just have to wait for it. You gotta try and bait it, but you have no guarantees about getting around it. And it's just so strong. It slows the things down. It's like a log, but you can throw it to the other side of the arena. It's just crazy. Alright, so that's one on the Rëal 6 list. Who's gonna be my next? I think we're gonna go with the Princess. Number 2 out of 6. The Princess was the second legendary I ever got. The first was the Lumberjack. Do I want the Lumberjack to even make this list? We'll think about that later. But Princess, incredible card. So simple. Just has the biggest range in the game. Yeah, she's just the GOAT. She sits in the towers also. Yeah, I love how simple she is. Nothing crazy going on, but she always felt like a legendary because she had that mechanic of having huge range and being able to do splash damage from the other side of the arena. Yeah, I don't even have anything else to say. She's just the GOAT. Let's see, what else? This is hard because I only have 6 slots. Slot number 3. For me personally, it's probably not even true anymore. Ooh, yeah, this is risky. No, I've got a good one. The Bandit. The Bandit. This probably will catch a lot of people off guard, but the Bandit, I don't know, it feels so strong to me in my decks. I can use it. It's very versatile. Is the thing. I can use it when I have like a big troop or something that I'm trying to get through, and I need to get rid of small little distraction units. I send out the Bandit, it just dashes and just removes all of them. It's like an assassin. It's so good for that. Also, if I have a big push on one lane that I know the person has to dump elixir into defending, I just put the Bandit in the other lane, and it's just free damage on the tower. It gets the tower usually to around 1500, 1600 if it's undefended, and it's so cheap that I can do it without much consequence. That also makes it nice as just an opener So I don't run into the thing where, oh, I'm waiting for the other person to make a move first. If I Bandit in my hand, I just send the Bandit out immediately, and the person has to respond to it. They usually have to use more elixir than 3 to defend it, and it gets the battle rolling. And if they don't defend it, they take a lot of damage. So yeah, I love the Bandit. Where's my goat? I can't believe it took me so long to remember to put this guy. Sparky. Oh man, Sparky is so misunderstood. You have to play it right, but if you play it right, it feels so broken to try and go against. It's of course very easy to counter, right? You can counter it with skeletons. You can counter it with 1 elixir, and there's not many cards that can have like such a there's not many cards that can be so hit or miss. You can play this card and have a -5 elixir trade. Like you send it over the bridge and then immediately get skeletoned, and you lost 5 elixir. That's 5 elixir down the drain, which is crazy. But when you play it right, when you play it in the back, you get the cards around it to support it. It just like evaporates thing after thing after thing without being touched. I have so many games where I put this thing down and I use it to counter push, and it gets rid of the person's Mega Knight, right? I take some tower damage, but that's all right. Then I put a card to support it, and they counter by putting down a mini P.E.K.K.A or something. An immediate 4 elixir loss. Like mini P.E.K.K.A doesn't get a hit, it gets evaporated by Sparky. Now they're panicking. Now they put down their skeletons, but they don't put them down in the right. They don't put them around the Sparky. They accidentally put them in front. Evaporated. And now they're just like out of elixir. They're trying to put stuff down. Evaporated until my Sparky connects to the tower, and it's just GG's. Sparky is my win condition. People are like, oh, you don't have a win condition in your deck. Oh, you need a win condition. Sparky is my win condition, and all my cards make sure that it connects to your tower. And there's so many random interactions with Sparky. Like, I'll get it to connect to a tower, and then someone will try and log to get it off the tower. If you log a Sparky that's connected to your tower, it does not unconnect it from your tower, which is crazy. Even though that puts it out of its range, it somehow still does it, which is crazy. But Sparky, I'm going to do a breakdown video of my deck and how Sparky is like the key to making it all work and getting positive elixir value over time. But yeah, Sparky's good. Does this have champions in it? It does, but it doesn't look like it's updated. No, it has to be updated. Hold on, because that's Boss Bandit. Where's the Goblinstein? Oh yeah, Goblinstein's right there. I'm not gonna put Goblinstein on there. I've added it to my deck, but it doesn't have the longevity. Some of these other cards, you can't put it in like a bunch of different decks. Not that makes something the best card of all time or not, but let's see. It's another card that's just the GOAT. Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta do this. I don't even use this in that many decks. The Knight is just so solid. Just so solid. Like I said, I don't use it in that many decks, but you can really never go wrong with the Knight. It has so much health for how much elixir that you spend. Same with like, it's very similar to the Bandit, but instead of being offensive, the Knight is defensive. You have so much health. You can defend almost anything with a Knight. That's not a swarm unit, but it just does such a good job in graveyard decks. You can use it to tank. Just such a solid card. I feel like that's the most well-received take ever. Like, no one's gonna disagree with putting the Knight up here. Knight is the GOAT. All right, and we're up to 5, so we only have 1 slot left. Honorable mentions, I guess. Archers are good. Arrows are good. Let's see. E-Barbs. When E-Barbs came out, oh, that was crazy. Dark Goblin, insane. Boss Bandit is really good. I just hate Boss Bandit. E-Wiz, super good. Executioner. Let's see. Graveyard. Graveyard's probably the closest one to not make the list. Where's Inferno Tower? Inferno Tower is crazy. Furnace after the rework is crazy. Royal Giant is insane. Prince has its moments. I like Dark Prince more. Miner is really good. I love the Tornado. Tornado like makes my deck work. I like the Mortar. I don't think the Mortar's crazy. Yeah, so I guess those are my honorable mentions. So last one on my personal top 6 Clash Royale cards. I'm sorry. The mid-ladder menace, the scourge of mid-ladder himself, the Mega Knight. I remember when the Mega Knight dropped, no pun intended. Crazy card. And the thing about it is, I feel like people blow it out of proportion how good he is. He's not that good. Like, well, people are like, it's no skill, no skill. It's just a good card, but it's so defend. You can defend it, but you can milk crazy value out of the Mega Knight. Crazy value out of the base Mega Knight. And something interesting about it is sometimes I think that the base Mega Knight is better than the Evo in some situations. Sometimes you don't want to knock the enemy back because sometimes that builds up the enemy's ability to counter push you, and you do not want that. So, yeah, sometimes you want normal Mega Knight. But in my deck, I have Evo Mega Knight. I'm going to do a breakdown of my deck because y'all don't see the vision. Bandit top 6 might be a hot take. It is a hot take. It definitely is, but I love the Bandit. And I will do my deck breakdown, and you will see part of why these three, Bandit, Sparky, and Mega Knight, are up here. I know, yeah, Evo Mega Knight is not. I don't think Evo Mega Knight is like in the top 66% of Evos. Like, I think it's worse than most Evos. I think it's a bad Evo a lot of times because sometimes you want the normal one to not push stuff back. Because think about this. I know a lot of people just throw a Mega Knight down at the bridge. That is not using Mega Knight to its full potential. You want to use Mega Knight on defense to just get crazy counter push and elixir value out of it. So you want to have it on your side. You want the Princess Tower to be able to attack with the Mega Knight on defense, so then you can counter push. When you have Evo Mega Knight, you can't do that. You can try to, but eventually the Evo Mega Knight's gonna push whatever it is out of being on your side. So you don't always want it. That being said, Evo Mega Knight's really good against like Royal Giant. It absolutely shuts down Royal Giant. Royal Giant can't do anything. Golem, stuff like that. These win conditions, it gives them such a hard time. And it works in my deck, and I will explain how it works. But Mega Knight in its base form is just a peak card. People just gotta learn how to get around it. And I feel like people have. I feel like they just don't like it because it's annoying. But I always use it in my deck. To be fair, I used to think that Mega Knight was like overglazed and would not use it in my deck, and then I put it in my deck because my brother, it was his favorite card at the time, and yeah, it stayed in ever since. So yeah, those are my real top 6 Clash Royale cards. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm sure there are going to be comments about this, especially with this Mega Knight and Bandit and Sparky. But everything will be revealed soon. That's what I got. Chat, should I get into Clash Royale for 2026? I think it would have been good last year. I don't know about now with the hero update and everything. I haven't been playing as much Clash Royale. Yo, I appreciate the rose. Thank you. And more of the goats. All right, what should we do?